Scheduled 8-round middleweight bout. Matt Korobov, the Russian, is undefeated and having his way with Derrick Findley. Rich, certainly Korobov doesn't have to do much of anything different to win this fight because he's winning handily, but what would you like to see out of him in these last 2 rounds?
I'd like to see him try to put some real hurt on Derrick Findley. And even if he's not committing to a knockout, as I mentioned in reference in the last round, really try to see if he can't get his opponent in a situation where he's in a real predicament.
Yeah. See, he's not sitting down on a hook at all. So there's the jab and then the right, then the left cross.
You know, I can remember when Kelly Pavlik was coming up the ranks, and it's interesting because we're talking about pretty much the same weight class. And Kelly, a lot of people thought that Kelly was moving too slow in terms of his opposition, and it was taking a long time. I mean, a lot of fights. But one thing that Kelly always had was that punch, and he would get guys out of there. Even if they were overmatched guys, he would get guys out of there.
And you'd like to see that from Korobov. But Korobov is a boxer puncher and a combination puncher. But I'd like to see more combination work from him like that. Something on that hook. There's that left cross with authority. And Findley buries his head to the chest of the taller Korobov. And now they're tangled up, and Gerald Riddle will break them. Halfway through the 7th round, it's a scheduled 8-rounder. Derrick Findley doesn't look like he's going to go away, so this has distance written all over it.
You've mentioned Gerald Ritter. He and his brother are alternating and have worked the entire card here tonight. The undercard fights, a lot of them before we took the air.
I love these guys, but they've been my worst. They were a broadcaster's nightmare, Rich. You know, honestly, they've been the most supportive people. I've thoroughly enjoyed every time we're in Oklahoma doing fights, but I still can't distinguish them.
This is some pretty good stuff. Korobov might have a chance here. Again, will he commit to it? He might have a shot here. Finley's not throwing back.
He's backing off now and using the ring, but not throwing much of anything. Findley coming forward, but yeah, you'd like to see Korobov, you know, bite down and sit down on those shots a little bit more.
Watch your head now. Watch your head. Derrick, watch your head.
Now he turned south. He turned orthodox on that. It was a nice switch from the Russian, as he caught Findley nicely on transition. Closing out round 7, 1 to go in our middleweight opener. All around, Nick Charles, Rich Marotta. We're ringside, and this is Top Rank Live. Hope you're enjoying our opening bout. Lots more to come, and what a main event we've got.
Nick, did you see Findley in that corner in between rounds?
Wow. He needed the stool and the ropes and more, and you and I to hold him up. And you would think that they would eyeball him from the opposing corner, and Korobov would be jumping on him now. You know, here's these little spots, the lulls in the action where you would critically like to see a little bit more fire from Matt Korobov. He's fine, but you know, he just fights under control. That's his way.
On the back of the head now.
And listen, I think he's shown a lot here tonight. Even if he's not getting a knockout or going for a knockout, he's showing a lot of ability, and he is showing movement, the ability to throw combinations, the ability to mix his attack up.
And control the tempo and texture of the fight, you're right. And the ring. Findley runs into a right hand there. And another right.
Sometimes he slaps a little with his punches.
Oh, big time, big time. Especially the right hand. And I'd love to, again, critically want to see him work off that jab a little bit more. Really, really stuff that jab.
Now, all this said, you know, in the 20 fights of Findley's career, he was only stopped once by Darrell. And even Andre Ward, when he fought him, it was a decision victory for Ward. Findley's still trying. I mean, believe me, he's just got nothing in the gas tank, so I applaud him for that.
It's been his career, Rich. Korobov just pot-shotting now. Findley finally lands a desperate shot. Gerald Ritter, rightfully so, says, you know, break it up and box.
Listen to me. Box. Duck. Break. Box.
Half a minute to go in this fight. Findley using his body now to lean all over Korobov, but he's not coming out firing.
I'll tell you though, you got to be gallant. You got to have a warrior spirit, because Findley, to me, he looks spent in the corner after 4 rounds.
Yeah. And here we are completing 8. And we'll be back with the official decision after this.
That's it. Good job, man.
Looks like a clear winner to everybody in the house. Back in a moment. No knockdowns in the fight. Derrick Findley looked gassed, as Rich had said, and Matt Korobov has the look of a guy who may have pitched a shutout here. We're going to find out in a moment as we get the official word from ring announcer Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here at the WinStar World Casino of the Chickasaw Nation, we go to the scorecards. Damas y caballeros, después de 8 vueltas, esta es la decisión oficial. All 3 judges scored the bout identically at 78-74. Los 3 jueces entregan tarjetas idénticas de 78-74. Para el vencedor, por decisión unánime, all in favor of the winner, by way of unanimous decision, Matt Korobov.
Matt Korobov goes to 13-0. Derrick Findley with a look of disbelief.